So this is kind of a different, I guess, special thing I'm doing here in memoriam of a buddy of mine who I just got news of today that died. Anyway, we had a lot of mutual friends, a ton of mutual friends, mostly because he had a whole lot of friends. A lot of people knew him. He stuck out like a sore thumb. What can I tell you about my friend Jason Young? Before, he was a bare knuckle boxer, head of security at all these different clubs and stuff. Max, he was just a friend of mine. He and I were moved in together. We were both working at R.C. Woolley, a furniture company here in Utah. And he moved in with me right after his divorce. He got divorced pretty quickly after he started working at R.C. Woolley and came and moved in with me. And we lived together and trained in boxing together. This is before he was a boxer, but we trained boxing together anyway. We lived together for a little while, probably about, 6 months to a year, and then he moved out. And we were always super close. No, we were close at that time. We were very close at that time, almost brothers. We both got really into our Irish ancestry and where our family was from and genealogy and even like the Catholicism side of it. And he met a girl and moved to Ireland. And he came back, and him and the girl's relationship didn't really work out. He wasn't. He was a tall, very fit, bald guy. He was head of security at all these different places. Kind of soft-spoken, but always very likable. Very popular with people. People were kind of drawn to him. We always stayed in each other's lives. Just see how we're doing and how he's doing and all that stuff. You know, he reached out when my dad died. He reached out when my kids were in the hospital. Tell each other happy birthday and Merry Christmas and all that shit. Mostly through social media. Last year, he offered me a part-time job working security with him at this place called Button Down. I worked one night and I didn't like it. Wasn't my kind of environment. A lot of rap and hip-hop people and their ilk there. And it was, to me, it was gross. So I didn't stay, but that was the last time we hung out together. But we still stayed in contact and talking to each other and all that stuff. He's a big Chicago Bulls and Chicago Bears fan. I think his family came from Chicago. He always kind of traces the family back to Chicago and then from there, Ireland. We had kids about the same age. Both of our oldest were about the same age. She was living on the weekends with us. When she was a baby, she wouldn't even remember who the fuck I am at this point, I don't think. But there were certain times of the year that we'd always get back in contact with each other, like October or March for St. Patty's or anything like that. So we always kind of stayed in each other's lives. Always had a lot of mutual friends. I think around March or April, I heard they moved to New York City. We live in Utah. But yeah, I heard he moved to New York and got some kind of head of security job out there. And last I talked to him was March 20th, I think. And he was excited about it. And he's excited about working in New York and kind of weirded out about the whole virus thing coming. And then this morning I got the news that he died. He wanted to play indoor. I don't know. It's hard to backtrack and talk about like what he was doing with his life when we were living together, and then like what he was doing with his life, significant events. He was a bare knuckle boxer after a while, and fought James McCrory in England for the bare knuckle boxing championship. I think BCAA, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that fight you guys can find on YouTube. Jason Young, Machine Gun, something like that, versus James McCrory, and it's a good fight. Jason takes it to him. He doesn't win. James McCrory's goddamn fucking beast, but yeah, he definitely fought. He took it to him. It was a good fight. Also, Jason was a Sifu in Jeet Kune Do. I studied Kung Fu, so that was pretty closely related. On occasion, we'd practice that together and just kind of catch up. But he was kind of a soft-spoken, nice guy. Also, very kind of funny, pretty funny. But always kind of, there's like a underline of like seriousness about him. Anyway, I was kind of scouring all the things to find a perfect song to play for him, and the biggest thing about Jason that I'm reminded of is like how into like our Irish ancestry of our sides of the family were. So that's obviously like the biggest thing that kind of pops into my mind. Listening to Irish rebel songs and that sort of thing. So this is going out to my buddy Jason Young. Got a shot glass of Jameson here. Alright, man. Rest in peace.
If I ever leave this world alive, well, thank you for the things you did in my life. If I ever leave this world alive, I'll come back down and sit beside your feet tonight. Wherever I am, you'll always be more than just a memory. If I ever leave this world alive, if I ever leave this world alive, I'll take on all the sadness that I left behind. If I ever leave this world alive, the madness that you feel will soon subside. So in a word, don't shed a tear. I'll be here when it all gets weird. If I ever leave this world alive. says I'm okay.